Well, guys, what a shocking qualifying session we've had for the Mexico City Grand Prix. I didn't see that one coming at all, but we'll get right to it. Q1 session, Yuki Tsunoda will start last because of a power unit and gearbox, but for the qualifying session, it was Logan Sargent who was last, who'll be moved up to 19th place. Lando Norris was the big shock here, wasn't he? Qualified 19th place. Struggled with tyres and brakes. Not sure what the issue was there, because actually I expected the McLaren to do a lot better here. And he was really, really disappointed in the media pen, wasn't he, afterwards? A lot of work for him to do in the race tomorrow. Then comes Lance Stroll. Aston Martin's struggle continue, especially in his hands. And another poor session for him. Kevin Magnussen is 17th, and Ocon was also disappointing, beaten by his teammate. P16 start for him, and then the top three was Verstappen, Piastri and Daniel Ricciardo. Daniel Ricciardo, the star of that session, and actually through the whole of qualifying, wasn't he, that Alpha Tauri was brilliant in his hands. And then into the Q2 session, Yuki Tsunoda didn't put in a lap. Alex Albon was a big disappointment here, because he actually got into Q3, didn't he, but got his lap time deleted. Will start P14. He'll be disappointed, because Alfa Romeo have done quite well, aren't they, and both into the top 10, and you know, bit of a battle on Williams' hands now, but car clearly got race pace, or some pace in that car, so hopefully he can move forward in the race tomorrow. Fernando Alonso 13th, tops off a disappointing time for Aston Martin. They still seem to have got to grips with their updates. 13th place start from where they were at the start of the season. A lot of work to be done. Nico Hülkenberg, a 12th place start for him. Fantastic in that Haas team. Can he pick up some points tomorrow? That'll be crucial. Pierre Gasly just outside the points for Alpine, 11th place start for him. And then we get into the Q3 session, the big one. We'll start from pole, isn't it? Charles Leclerc is on pole position 2 in a row now. Can he finally put one in the bag and make a win out of it? Let's hope so for tomorrow. It'd be brilliant to see Ferrari win, but it was a big shock, wasn't it? Especially for me. Ferrari haven't notoriously gone well here, but they pulled off a lap. I mean, they weren't fastest in any of the qualifying sessions at all, were they? And where that lap came from was absolutely magnificent, man. It wasn't just a one lap special from Charles Leclerc, was it? Because Carlos Sainz, his teammate, gonna lap up right behind him. A 1-2 for Ferrari. Absolutely mega job from them. Max Verstappen's going to start in 3rd place. He has potential of a penalty looming over his head for stopping in the pit lane again. Last time out in Singapore, I think it was, where no penalty was given, but they said that a reprimand wasn't enough, or they felt that wasn't the right decision there. So let's see what happens and changes this time round. And P for Daniel Ricciardo, absolutely magnificent. I mean, what a lap that he's pulled off. That car, well, you wouldn't expect it to be right up there, would you? But we wouldn't know what Yuki could have done with that, because of his he wasn't running in the Q2 session because of the penalties that he's going to take. And actually, I bet they're really disappointed that they're having to take this penalty now this weekend, when the car is really, really performing well, and they could come in for a big haul of points. But yeah, can Danny Rick keep it anywhere near there tomorrow? Points on offer for him, so they're hoping to just get a clean start and bag some points from there. Sergio Perez in his home race, P5. He was just about half a second of his teammate throughout the whole session. Not a great. I kind of had a bit more pinned on him. It's his home race. Crowd were going wild every time he got out there, wasn't he? And just, disappointing from him. Lewis Hamilton, P6. I mean, these guys were top in the session in Q2. Hamilton first and Russell third. Don't know where the pace of Mercedes went to. They seem to have dropped back in that session. Oscar Piastri, P7. Again, that McLaren struggling. Not sure what their issues were, but yeah, disappointing from them. George Russell in 8th tops off a disappointing qualifying for the Mercedes team after their big performance upgrade last weekend. It doesn't seem to have performed so well in qualifying here, has it? And then comes a brilliant performance from the two Alfa Romeo drivers, Valtteri Bottas, a P9 start, and his teammate Zhou Guanyu in P10. You know, they just need to hold on for some points there, and then this battle with Williams, Alfa Romeo, Haas looks like it's really hotting up, because the Haas and Williams haven't had a great qualifying session here, have they? But Alpha Tauri and Alfa Romeo in some really strong positions for some points in the race tomorrow. I can't wait for the action to get going. Let's see what happens. Penalty looming, like I said, for Verstappen. Also George Russell, because he did the same, stopping at the end of the pit lane. Lewis Hamilton as well. So their, Mercedes qualifying session could get a lot worse. We'll find out at the end of the session at some point later on. But yeah, them three potentially out, moving further back, and that'll leave if that happens, Ferrari were in a good prime position, aren't they, to try and run off and nick a win here. Can they finally do that? It'll be absolutely brilliant to see. They've got two cars right at the front. Can they finally get the strategy right? They did it last time out, didn't they? Nearly to perfection. Yeah, can't wait for the action tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe and comment as always. I'll see you for tomorrow's race review.